Hey everybody, welcome to Two Guys in the Dark. I know, you're probably freaking out thinking, why is this guy starting the episode? We special themed this episode, and we couldn't think of anything better to theme it off of than the one, the only beautiful butt chugger of bananas. Here today, as always, with his co-host, the Princess of PMS, Captain Cruel.
I don't like that nickname.
The Captain Cruel? You're right. I should have said Captain Drool.
No, the whole thing. See, you're not good at giving nicknames. See, if you're gonna have a co-host, they gotta like the nicknames you give them.
Is that true?
It is true.
I don't think that's a true statement.
Listen, go back to the old episodes, archives, and you're like, "Oh man, thanks for giving me that cool nickname, Captain Cool." And like, no problem.
No. There was like 5 times where I was like, "Hey, that's a shitty nickname. Hey, that's also a shitty nickname. Hey, you know what? You went back to the first shitty nickname, and then if I remember correctly, we just started calling me my Instagram name."
Yes. So
it had nothing to do with you. You piece of shit.
I'm Captain Cool, the prince of all podcasters.
And the princess of PMS.
And this week I'm taking a back seat, and I'm going to let VJ take the wheel and the VJ special.
And we're going to see how bad this can really get. We might have a train wreck on our hands with a 16-car pile up. And atomic warfare. So, let's see how fucked up it gets.
Alright.
So, how have you been since last week?
Well, a lot's happened. I was going to share a memory I had, and because clearly I've been single for a while now, and this is I forgot to tell you this before, but so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a story. A couple of weeks back, I was having this dream, right, and I was watching Raw with some friends, and there's this weird, like, remember the House of Horror match with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was like that, but it was in a barn, and it was between Hornswoggle and Nicolas Cage. And Hornswoggle was dressed like a werewolf, and Nicolas Cage was like an 1800s transvestite woman, and they had a House of Horrors match, and Hornswoggle beat up Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage ran away crying.
Damn, I honestly thought Nicolas Cage would win.
Yeah, and then Raw went back on and goes. Then Raw went back on, and then I noticed that Otunga was on commentary. I'm like, I want to go pee. And I was,
Otunga's on commentary. I better get out of here.
And then I went to pee, and I noticed this weird bump on my dick when I was peeing. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I kept ripping it off. It kept coming back. I was freaking out. And then I woke up and realized I was peeing all over Mary's stomach.
What?
Yeah.
Did this really happen?
This really happened.
Don't want to make that joke again.
What? Oh God! The joke. He keeps saying like, "Is that why she left?" Every like, I fart every time, and he goes, "Oh, I bet that's why she left right there."
Nah, but you peed on her stomach.
Yes.
There's other situations.
I
can see why she might have been like, hey, he needs some time to himself. I'll let him wet himself in the bed.
To be fair, that's the only time I have pissed myself in bed since I was like a really young child.
It happens to the best of us. I have a few stories where I'm not going to share, but it's always like a fucking Inception dream where I'm fucking, I keep waking up inside of my dream, and I'm in my apartment, and I get out of the bed and I'm walking to the bathroom, and then I start to use the bathroom, and I'm like, wait.
Future Sean here. What happens next is the neighbor is revving his engine at midnight. And VJ does not take kindly to this. So this is what we're going to be talking about next. You can't hear it on the audio, but this is kind of what's happening.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's my first time hosting. Shut the fuck up. No, you shut up. Is that your neighbor?
Yeah.
Are you watching a dog fight or a cockfight?
I don't know. It's just really loud and annoying.
No,
bro. He literally at 1 a.m. he'll start revving his car.
Yeah.
Or like...
I wonder if it still works. He's about to fall asleep. He's like, I wonder if it still works. Goes out. Oh boy. Oh yeah. It's running. It's working.
Some other things happened to me. A coworker asked me what a BBC was.
And you told him it's the British Broadcasting Channel.
No, it wasn't that context. Well, he said, "Hey, what's a BBC?" I'm like, "Bruh, what context?" It's conversation, and someone said, "You're just mad because you get bent over by a BBC," and he goes, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "Big black cock." And he goes, oh, "Okay, thank you." I'm like,
"Oh, that's good." Walk away.
I was like, "Oh, that's a conversation I didn't think I was going to have today."
You ever think your coworkers just walk up to you and like try to get you to say random shit so they can record you saying it, and then like edit it to where it's like some really fucked up shit? Like,
I don't think so.
think back to everything they've ever had you
say.
Yeah, and I bet one day you're gonna like we get famous and they have I got blackmail of you saying you were bent over by a big back cock. Blah 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 blah. It's like, damn it! How did he do this?
I'd listen to it. I'm like, maybe I did say this. I don't know.
Maybe I liked it. Shut up, guy. You don't know my life. It's 2019. Of course, in the future it could be like, well, let's hope we're famous in 2019.
I'm ready to retire from fucking retail.
Shit, you need to retire from your life.
Yeah. Well, you
hire a cleaning maid.
Hire you.
No, I wouldn't do the job for you. I'd let you pay me. And come home every day like, why do I even pay him? He didn't clean anything.
I like how he keeps talking about how messy my room is, but he's like messing it up as he's talking about it.
What even is trash that's in here that's mine?
Those Reese wrappers.
That's it.
Your can.
Okay, and then your plate, your can.
Your plate's over here.
Your Sprite, your litter, and the floor. Your ashtray is mine. I'll take the ashtray.
Yeah, action figures everywhere.
Well, it's not my fault there's ants all over your bedroom.
Oh, piss in her mouth.
Cut this, Future Sean.
I'm cutting.
Because I don't want him to pee in my mouth. Ever.
I won't cut this past BJ. Let's get on with the show, dickhead. Also, had a kidney stone.
Ew.
Hurt like a motherfucker.
I bet.
Yeah. But I think it was like Friday, and then I finally passed it Sunday night.
Did it make you question life?
No.
You think that's why Mary left?
Yeah, that's
kidney stone.
Kidney stone.
Seems legit.
I just chugged a bunch of shit at the last day, and I just pissed nonstop, and finally got it out.
Did you see it?
Nope. I didn't really feel it. It must have been like really small. So.
It'd be funny if you could have collected it. Start a collection. Think.
Hey.
My first kidney stone. You're like, hopefully oh my God!
Number 2's here. My dad, he's had 6, I think, or more. So I'm just like, better get used to this.
Better get used to it. Maybe just start doing things that involve not having to pass kidney stones.
See, I looked online. There's like 1,000 ways to get kidney stones. It says it could be hereditary. Well, I can't help that.
Yeah, but you're just now getting them. I mean, like, if you try to stop having them now,
well, it's not maybe like anybody
maybe
goes
you'll get lucky and it's not hereditary.
It's like it could be hereditary. It's like can't do anything about that. It could be caused from eating cheese. Like can't do anything about that.
There's no way I'm gonna stop eating cheese. I actually get that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm lactose intolerant and I shit my brains out every day.
Yeah.
Because cheese.
And then it's like drink nothing but water. I'm like, okay, I could try that, but
it's actually refreshing.
Water.
Yeah, like if you go like a week without, just go like a week only drinking water, you feel amazing, and then you drink like one soda and your stomach's just like, oh, bruh, somebody shit in the tank.
Damn. But I basically just chilled out, watched Marathon Naruto, and play some Red Dead 2.
And pass that motherfucking kidney stone.
Yep.
Your dick was the ninja.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think about getting a Halloween, like a Easter version of him?
Which version of who?
Jeeves.
Jeeves?
Yeah.
Like a midget guy in a bunny suit?
Well, yeah. Maybe just dress him like it's Easter. Paint the bowl green.
Never thought of that, no.
You ever think he looks like Shawn Michaels sometimes? I see it every now and then.
I used to have a DX hat on him.
And that's when I first started seeing it. I'm like, holy shit, where'd he get this replica miniature Shawn Michaels?
Everybody's like, what the fuck are they talking about? I have a midget thing in my room. How would you describe it?
Super fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's like a mannequin of a midget butler holding a candy bowl.
And he like holds his arms up and says shit to you when you actually have him turned on.
Yeah, he moves his eyes and talks, yeah.
Yeah, it's just creepy. Sometimes, Sean doesn't know it, sometimes he moves his eyes without even being plugged up.
Honestly, I forget he's there half the time.
He doesn't forget you're there.
That's fine.
He never forgets you're there.
So that's Jeeves. I might post a picture on Instagram. Sure, buddy. Like I have a midget butler in my room.
This is my midget butler.
Other day at work, I had this really like white lady. Like you know how black people make fun of white people impressions. This lady that they make fun of came to me and she's like, "There's some people outside doing gang activity."
What do you want me to do about it?
I was like, "Could you like?" elaborate, like what exactly are they doing? You know, she's like gang activity.
Like that's.
I was like, okay. And I go outside, and there's these two white guys, and they're outside their car, and they're just jamming out to music, and you know they're going a little way too hard for a parking lot, but still, that's all they were doing. And I went up to them like, hey, turn that down. You're scaring people. Calm down. They're like, okay, sorry, sir. They got their car, turned the music down. That was it. I was like, white people right here.
Gang activity.
Gang activity.
Gang activity. Jesus.
So you think it happened to you?
Yeah, actually, for the first time in 2-3 years doing the podcast. Almost 3 years.
I don't know.
We probably hit our anniversary at some point that we ate.
Or let's see. The first episode, I think, came out 2017, and then we stopped for a whole year. And then episode 2 came out, I think, February or March of last year.
2018.
2018, and everything else.
So we're in our third year.
Yeah,
it's 2019.
I don't really count that. I count it the years at starting of last year when we actually settled and like, all right, we're doing this every week.
Okay, so you'd say this is year number 2.
For me, because I don't really. I mean, if we did one episode, it's just like, hey, let's try it out.
I don't know. It's like a special movie if you think about it. 3 fucking hours long.
It's 2 hours and 20 something minutes.
It was almost 3 fucking. It was almost the fucking like. People can't even sit through Infinity War, and you want them to listen to us for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Hey, we talk about nut cheese, man.
Thanos demands your silence unless you're these guys. But yeah, you know, for the first time in almost 3 years, I'm getting top billing on a project that we're doing together. And it's kind of cool.
The Keyshawn movie.
It's kind of cool. Okay, well, yeah, I didn't count those. Because it's about Keyshawn, not me. We're not the same person.
Okay.
Played by the same actor, not the same person.
Okay.
But yeah, it's kind of like if James Franco got a ticket to go see a Seth Rogen movie. And he's just like, sitting down watching Seth Rogen.
Am I James Franco or am I Seth Rogen?
I'm Seth Rogen in this scenario. Like, I've got my own movie, and James Franco's like in the crowd watching me.
Okay, cool. I can dig it.
You're just happy you're James Franco, you piece of shit.
A little bit.
I don't know. He does more of the passion projects and the, he's got a lot of his hands in a lot more cookie jars. I feel like
Seth Rogen does a lot too.
He does a lot.
He produces Preacher.
Yeah, I know. He produces. I mean, he's fucking all over the place now.
Yeah.
He's not just doing comedy anymore. They're really getting out of their elements, but I feel like, for me when I'm watching James Franco movies, and I've seen like the majority of both their movies.
Yeah.
When I see James Franco's movies, he's usually doing way more different types of movies versus Seth Rogen, who, for the most part,
does comedy.
Was doing comedy and then branched out.
Yeah. And it's also like Danny McBride. Danny McBride just fucking co-wrote Halloween.
Yeah, he came up out of nowhere. It was like, I want to do horror movies. I want to be all over the place.
Yeah.
And Halloween was good. It was great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, Danny McBride, keep it up.
All right. Let's, also, if you guys been paying attention to the podcast, I'm single again. So let's go with thing I like to do is like go on adventures with my dating life. I want to keep you guys posted on everything.
Oh, so you wanna take over my episode?
This is still, you know.
This is a segment we like to call "Keeping You Posted."
Well, it's just me telling everybody what's going on.
This is a segment that we like to call, and I'm dubbing it right now, "Keeping You Posted."
Oh yes, thank you. So I think I already told you this part, but I was online on a dating app. I don't remember which one. I have a couple, and this girl's like, "Hey, are you free?" I was like, "My people's been free for generations. What's up?" And she,
don't worry. He's not on Tinder. You don't have to worry about that.
Anyway.
How's that working out for you?
I was on Tinder. I was like, these people are way out of my league. I'm going down.
Oh, Tinder's for hot people. I'll just go to the other side.
I was like, she won't look at me. She won't look at me. She won't look at me. Yeah. So then she's trying to get me to join her webcam thing. I was like, she said, "Hey, did you join?" I was like, "Fuck no." And she goes, "Yes, babe, please." I was like, "The Becky demon, I shall not be tempted by your titty show." And she kept saying, "Yes, daddy." I'm like, fuck off, man.
You sure it wasn't a bot?
It probably was, but still.
Probably was.
I still like the.
But I still liked the attention.
Yeah. And I even got one on PS4, and this one went ape shit. She didn't go ape shit. I went ape shit on having fun with it. I love fucking with these bots, even though I just like in my head. I'm like, I hope somebody somewhere is reading this.
Somebody somewhere is gonna stumble across this and.
So I was on PS4, and I get these all the time. These webcam girls, and one's like, "Meet a great person." That's all they said. So I sent her a pic of Kratos ripping this dude's head off in God of War 3 that I had.
God damn.
And she says, "My real name is Amanda. I'm 21, female, pretty, bored, looking for someone to chat with. How old are you?" It's like, "Well, my name's John. By law, I have to inform you I killed my ex-wife, Amanda." "Oh, I'm 42. She's like, "I love chatting with people. Where do you live?" I'm like, "I'm currently living in Amanda's house. I don't really have a job or money." I said, "In fact, I'm wearing her clothes." She goes, "Well, I'm from Texas. Please answer my next question." I was like, "I know where you are. In fact, I'm watching you now." And then she goes, "Do you enjoy big booty girls with big breasts? LMAO. I said, "No." She goes, "Because that's what I am." She says, "Can you handle that?" I was like, "I'd love to wear them in a special suit I'm making. Your skin will do much better than the last Amanda's." She says, "Have you ever heard of a woody? Would you like to look at my woody?" I said, "To be honest, coming off pretty needy right now. It's kind of creeping me out." And she goes, "Haha, a woody is a white girl with a big booty. I want to show you." I was like, Can I wear your woody?" And then she sends me a pic of it, and then I send her a pic of Leatherface holding a girl's face from Mortal Kombat XL.
Hell yeah!
And then, this shit keeps going. And she's like, she shows me a picture of her butt, and then I say, "Hey, do me a favor, get a Sharpie and draw some surgical lines on there." And she goes, "Okay, let me set my webcam." And I was like, "Okay, let me grab my hockey mask," and we just go back and forth. And I keep trying to tell her I want to kill her. And
she keeps trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's all the things I got for this week. So hopefully by next week we'll have more dating stuff for you.
Hopefully by next week somebody will have said something to you. someone will take the time out of their day to talk to you.
When I'm single, I do dumb shit. I just want everybody to know. Like, everybody's like, why's he talking?
Oh, don't worry. It's not a case-by-case single basis. He does dumb shit constantly.
When I'm in a relationship...
And then wonders why he's single.
When I'm in a relationship, I calm down. Everybody...
Sure you did.
Alright, buddy. Well, you're in charge. What's happening next?
I mean, fucking... So, I didn't even get to tell you about all the shit that happened to me this week.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
He asked me one fucking question, and then, let me tell you about the shit that happened to me. The girl with the blah, 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 and the whores and the booties, and she sent me like 15 booty pics.
I didn't know what a fucking hootie was.
Huh?
I don't know what... I didn't know.
It's a hootie, and
Hootie.
it's a white girl with a booty.
White girl with a
You
booty.
just replaced the B with WH. Hootie. It's a porn term. I know all about porn terms. So, I had to rent a car to get down here, obviously. And let's just, fucking renting cars, man, fucking sucks. It's the shittiest. So, I live right beside the airport in Nashville. So I have to drive to the airport. First time I ever been to an airport my entire life to rent a car. And, they send me on this, this
goose
hunt,
chase.
this wild goose chase to find a fucking rental car. I'm like, you're supposed to take me to the rental car. You're supposed to show me these things. He's like, just go out there about 100 yards that way. I'm like, okay. Actually, I think he even said 100 yards west.
Oh my god, he's like a fucking treasure map.
I was like...
10 paces to the west.
I thought to myself, I do not have a compass on me, and I'm not exactly sure which way I'm facing right now. So
If someone ever asks me for directions, and I don't know where they're talking about, that's what I'm gonna do. 10 paces west, or whatever the fuck he said.
And then he's like, he points over his shoulder, he's like, that way. I was like, thanks, guy. And so I start walking outside, and I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna find this, because there's literally cars everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just keep walking straight, reading all the signs, trying to find a sign that's pointing me in the right direction. Some random black security guard is like, hey man, you looking for rental cars? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, points that way. I'm like, god damn it, nobody can help me here. So I just start walking that way, and I finally start seeing signs that say airport fucking rental terminal or some shit like that, areas suggesting that, we park cars here for you to rent. And it's like, okay, I'm here, and then I gotta search. I'm walking in a straight line down through all these places on the first level, looking for the specific rental car place that I was looking for. Not even has a sign. It has the smallest sign when you get all the way up to it. I'm like, oh, this is it. She's like, yeah, this is it. And I'm like, thanks. Renting cars sucks. There's also it was $170 something
Fuck.
for the week, and they also take a $200 deposit till you return the car. So I gave them $375, which is almost $400, till I get back and I get the $200 back. But
I only rented a car once, and I didn't want to do it. They're like, we gotta keep your car overnight. This is at CarMax. We gotta keep your car overnight. We'll give you a car for free to rent. Cool. That was it. They brought it to me.
Why can't that shit ever happen to me? I already talked about how excited my job is to have me moving to day shift.
Oh, yeah.
I guess if I need to come up with something else interesting that's happened in my week, let me see if I can't think of something. Oh, I got to go inside the freezer the other day with a sledgehammer and beat the fuck out of the ice on the ground, break it all up and sweep it out.
I guess you like that.
The sweeping part was meh, but going in there and getting all my frustrations out with a sledgehammer, that was pretty dope. Just and I was inside there screaming, I fucking hate this place. I mean, I don't actually hate my job. It's actually really good to me, and once I get on day shift, it's probably gonna be a lot easier.
Yeah,
because they're gonna have teams working with me instead of just me working by myself all the time. I think that's why they're excited. It's shit, if we can see if he can do all this by himself in 8 hours, imagine if he had a team. I guess. Imagine if I had a team.
All right, man. Hopefully you'll start moving on up.
Moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. I think anywhere's better than where I live. It's another thing. I pissed off the neighborhood drug dealer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I'm driving in. He's driving out. He's on both sides. I'm like, damn, why's this dude on both sides? And he's trying to straighten up. I'm not going very fast, but I'm still pulling forward because I'm like, oh, he'll straighten up. He clearly sees another car coming. He's not going to be an idiot. But of course he's a fucking idiot and starts honking his horn at me. I'm like, get the fuck out of my way, you know, right? That's what I'm thinking. So he pulls up. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast already, but he pulls up and I throw my car in reverse. Like, okay, motherfucker wants to talk. So I back up. My window's not working right for some reason, so I open my door and I think he thinks like, you know, I'm either strapped or I'm like ready to beat his ass.
Yeah.
Also, he was high out of his mind. And his girlfriend's in the back like, oh, hell no! Blah, 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 bitch, I can't even hear you. And I'm just like looking at him, looking at her. And he's like, you trying to hit me? Like, he has a very thick, fucking not from America accent.
Is that like Russian?
I don't fucking know. He was a black dude, but like, I couldn't tell you where the accent was from. It was too thick in one direction that I could not figure it out. But I was just like, you trying to drive? Because you're not doing a good job at it.
Yeah.
Usually you're supposed to stay on your side of the road. And then his response to that was, you trying to hit me? And I'm like, no, but I can if you want me to. Think if I was trying, you'd have been hit by now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard. We're both in death machines.
Pretty much what cars are.
Yeah. And so he just like starts to roll his window up and drive off. And I'm like, huh. Alright. And I drive home. And over the course of the next few days, I realized he's the guy who parks in between these two traffic cones that he puts out every day.
Yeah.
He puts them out and he'll park between, or he leaves them out so nobody takes his parking spot, I guess. Parks there every day.
Can he do that?
Fuck if I don't care. Nobody gives two shits about this guy.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, could you just take us cones?
I mean, I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. I could take his cones. I could slash his tires. I mean, like...
I know, but I'm just like... in my head, I was like, I'm going to steal that motherfucker's cones.
But yeah, so, well, that's what's like, I should jack him up when he's gone and just throw him in the dumpster.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's he going to do about it? I'm going to set up security cameras, figure out who jacked my cones. They'll do it again. If they're ballsy enough. But, you know, I just, like... He, parks in between these cones every day. But he never leaves the house. Like, he might leave the house for little short bursts at a time. He's always got people coming in and out. I'm like...
Yeah.
So, I'm, like, standing there, like... walking by him, like, so he's obviously the neighborhood drug dealer because he's got like a pimped out car and the thick ass rims with the thin ass tires. It's a Chevy Suburban or something. I'm like, why the fuck is his car so pimped out with such tiny ass tires? It's such a big car. It doesn't make sense to put these teeny tiny ass tires on it. It's like, I know what it is. If he breaks a tire, he's good because he's got that drug money to get another tire. But yeah. So I'm just like, alright, whatever. And then Leslie's like, see, this is why you don't piss off neighborhood drug dealer. I'm like, correction, he pissed me off. Because I was the one just trying to get home. This nigga is the one who can't drive.
Have you talked to him since?
No, but I was driving home from work one day on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
And he was driving up on the right side, you know, like in his lane for once.
Yeah.
And I was like, uh-oh, I better get back in my lane. Like any sensible fucking driver who sees another car coming at him.
Yeah.
It was funny. I drove by smiling. I was laughing really fucking hard as I drove by.
Did he slow down or was he just...
I didn't pay any attention to him. I drove to my apartment, went upstairs. It's funny too because I know he knows which car's mine. It's a fucking Chevy with the Decepticons emblem on the front of it. So it's not like, you know, He must not have been too pissed or definitely too high out of his mind to remember
Probably
it.
just too high.
Yeah. But it's funny. Pissed off the neighborhood drug dealer.
Well,
Yeah. So if I come up dead,
it's the drug dealer.
I'll tell you his apartment number and how to kill him.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Or at least you can destroy his car, because that would
I'll take his cones.
Yeah, take his fucking cones.
That's someone parked there.
But yeah, that's pretty much all the excitement I've gone through.
Right.
I'm sure I could think of more things. It's been a long time. Did I mention Rivers Not Hazy? Yeah, I'll mention that. Future Son.
Cut that out.
Yeah, cut that out.
All right.
All right, buddy. So what did you think about the video of the week this week?
Video of the week. It was alright. We've dealt with cyanide and happiness on the video of the weeks before. We're going to do another video of them.
I think that we will have multiple cyanide and happiness videos before it's all over, all said and done. These guys are some pretty fucking funny dudes.
Yes.
They're pretty fucking funny.
And this is the cut it in half one.
This ain't even my favorite one. I was going to choose a different one, but I couldn't remember if I had chosen it before. Bunker Blaster.
I know we've chosen Signals or something was the one we chose.
Well, I should have chose Bunker Blaster, but it's too late. Cut it in half. So what'd you think of that?
It was alright. It was alright.
Didn't make you laugh?
I mean, it was okay. It was like
I like when it gets to the latter part of it, and like all the Earth and everything and the galaxy and the cosmos is cut in half, and he's just like, "This commercial too long. Cut it in half." I was like, "This son of a bitch."
I thought the funniest part was like when he like shrinks down and to the size of an atom and try to cut in half.
Well, that's why that's why I thought the Earth had like blown up or something.
That was my favorite part. I thought that was pretty funny.
My favorite part I think actually is don't like your kids, cut them in half. And he starts to do a karate chop, but then shows them with a scalpel, and he's like separates the kids.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucking funny.
They're not identical. Siamese twins. Yeah,
pretty fucking funny. And of course, if you guys want to check out this video and you want to see what the hubbub is all about, of course, you know, YouTube, they have so many stupid rules that you gotta follow. And us, you just gotta go to our Facebook page. It'll be probably the first one up at the time. You might have to search a little bit, but the point is, it goes in a chronological order. We don't fuck shit up for you. We keep it simple. You're on this episode, look for this post, and you know what? You're gonna find it half off on Two Guys in the Dark. Facebook.com. But of course, now it is time for Superstar Report Card.
Alrighty, we haven't done this segment in a while.
Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite segments that we do, and I'm like, there's so many WWE superstars. We should do this more often.
Alright, well, you're in charge. Who we doing?
This week, I wanted to hit one of the lates, one of the greats. I shouldn't say late because he's still around. Randy Orton.
Randy
motherfucking Orton.
The
Ortonizer of random late didn't discharge. I don't know what I'm talking about. So let's get a few things off the table first when it comes to Randy Orton. He's a great WWE superstar.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best person on the planet.
Maybe not. Maybe outside the ring he's not great.
Outside the ring he's got kind of a sketchy.
But we don't know because we never
track record. Yeah, we don't know. Allegedly, he has a sketchy track record. But you know what they say. I mean, you get enough ducks quacking. You get enough ducks quacking.
What happens
when might ruffle some tail feathers.
Oh, okay.
You get enough ducks quacking, you might ruffle some tail feathers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Randy Orton?
As a wrestler, not the person, right?
As a wrestler, we're not going to worry about his personal life.
Okay, as a wrestler, I'm half and half.
Half and half?
Like, I look forward. If there's certain times I'll be like, oh man, I can't wait for his match. Like, as pay-per-view, I think his match is going to be good. But other times I'm just like, oh no, it's a Randy Orton promo.
Mm-hmm. So you hate his promos?
I don't like his promos. There's certain times, like sometimes I'll be like, if I find out who he's going to face, I'm like, might actually be looking forward to that match. But most other times I'm like, eh.
I think for me it's like he feels like he has his promos down to a science, and he kind of just sticks to that pattern these days. And it's a little less exciting than it used to be. He used to be great at them. Like his early days, they were decent. Then, of course, he hit a stride when he became the Legend Killer. Followed that up with the Rated RKO promos, which were great because he had somebody to riff off of, somebody who's great at it to riff off of. And then he got to follow that up with the Legacy series, which were great promos in my opinion. But then he kind of just, he developed that formula that he keeps falling into what we keep seeing. I think usually the best Randy Orton promos are the ones where he doesn't even have to say anything. He hits them with an RKO, and then,
I think he's more now by his RKO than anything else. He goes, I got the RKO, I'm the best, I think he relies,
it's good though.
He relies too much on it.
He relies too much on the RKO. I don't think that it should be his go-to when he's talking shit and promos and everything.
Yeah.
But the truth of the fact is he's got one of the most protected finishers in all of the WWE.
That's true.
I love it. I love that. That's one of the things I love about him. It's the fact that he's got a protected finisher that when it's hit, you're like, oh my god, he hit it, and you're almost guaranteed the win. It's like the pedigree.
It's like when the AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, the whole theme around the match was
if he hits one RKO,
it's over. And then he did hit the RKO, but AJ kicked out.
Exactly. That's what made it good.
They made a big deal about it though, so that's kind of cool.
But that's what it is though. Like when you see all these superstars kicking out of everybody's, like the AA. I don't ever assume that's going to finish a match anymore. Follow that with the what's the one that what am I thinking of?
Codebreaker.
I know. Oh, the super kick. You never expect that to.
Well, that's not, who has that as a finisher anymore?
Well, see, it used to be Shawn Michaels' finishing move. That's what I'm saying.
But now it's just kind of like the DDT, like how Jake the Snake did the DDT.
Everybody trades off. Here, you get to do it. You get to do it. We'll both do it at the same time.
It's like Kevin Owens does it. Usos do it.
Fucking Sheamus and
Ziggler.
Sheamus and Cesaro have a version of it. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens does it, and he's like, the biggest one of the guys that do it. And it still makes it look good, but it's not interesting anymore. It's kind of just like, oh, here comes. It's like a transitioning move now. It never doesn't have the impact that it used to have.
Yeah,
that's what I like about the Claymore and Drew McIntyre's Future Shock DDT. Like, they seem more like devastating than a regular DDT and a regular kick, because it seems like it's gonna get the job done when he does them. But that's what I say is the best thing about having the RKO. He's got other moves, but the RKO really is just like, when it's time to put the lights out, I'm gonna hit the RKO.
And it is cool. He does the cool one, like when Roman Reigns went for a spear, I think he hit him on it.
Yeah.
And then
Seth Rollins with the curb stomp RKO.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Got hit with the phenomenal. Tried to hit the phenomenal forearm on SmackDown.
Yeah.
RKO. We all saw it coming, but it was still cool.
Now they just got to the point where you just don't even see him. He just magically appears and hits somebody who's not. That's what they've been doing now, but.
I think for me, the most excited, the way I get excited about a promo or something like that's going to go on for Randy Orton is just it's mainly just who they're having him feud with.
Yeah.
If they have him feud up against somebody good, I'm like, or something I could see potential in, like that Bray Wyatt thing that they were doing for a little while.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be so much better than it was.
It should have been.
It started out so great.
But sometimes
crash and burn,
horrible rivalries. Didn't really care for him and Jinder too much.
It could have been better.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential. I think Jinder Mahal needs another push. They kind of tanked him. He's your own product. How are you gonna raise him to the top of the mountain and then blow the mountain out from underneath him and pretend like he ain't shit again? you don't even value your own product. It's
I feel like he was just to see how India would react to
having
the champion, and then like when they didn't really give a shit, they're like, "Well, you're dead to us."
Yeah, but I don't think it just doesn't.
I think they should.
It doesn't do good for other superstars. Like anybody coming out of NXT, they know they get buried. Anybody coming from other places get buried. They have their select few that they want to push, and then they push them. And if it doesn't work out, say goodbye. Say goodbye to your career, because you're going to be lower mid card for the rest of your life.
I feel like what the fuck was I going to say? Oh, I feel like they should have started him off with a smaller title to see if they got a big pop in India before.
They should have gave him the U.S. title, like let him do his shtick that he was doing anyways, where he's you Americans and your shit talking and this, that, and the third.
Or try and change it to like the Indian title or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been great. That would have been a great gimmick. Give him the Intercontinental title.
Well, let's focus up on Orton here.
Yeah.
What's we got three.
The three usual suspects we go for: mic skills, ring skills, moveset.
All right. Which one are we doing first?
We're gonna do mic skills.
Mic skills. I'm gonna give him a 7.
I'm gonna also give him 7.
Like he's above.
He's way above average.
Yeah.
Because he's been around for years. If he wanted to, I think he could cut an amazing promo.
Yeah.
But I think he's gotten lazy on the mic. Also, with the amount of stuff that's probably scripted by the WWE and he probably just plays it safe.
Yeah.
Sure, he can get away with a lot of things, like him laughing at the New Day and dancing with them and everything when he's not supposed to be. But, I think he just, he's getting paid to be there. Might as well be there. Might as well do what they want me to do. If he wanted to, he could tweak it, but he doesn't have to.
All right. What's the next one?
The next one, of course, is always fucking ring skill.
Ring skill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a 9.
I'm going to give him a 10.
10?
On the ring skill, yes.
Okay.
I'm giving him a 10 on the ring skill because he's mastered pretty much everything there is to master. I mean, if you think about where he's at in his career now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's anything he couldn't do. Because I've already seen him do the things that I thought he couldn't do when he first started his career.
Yeah.
Which brings us to moveset.
Moveset. I'm going to give him 8.
I'm going to give him a 10.
10?
I'm going to give him a 10.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
If you look at his earlier matches, he was doing his finishing move at one point was the flying crossbody. And he hit it excellently.
Yeah.
He hit it like The Rock back in the day. Like really fucking good flying crossbody. He's done insanely, like his moves have just varied from ridiculously insane to what he has now, which is completely and utterly crushing. He comes up with new variations of doing things. His DDT, apron DDT, when he started doing that, I was like, yes, this is great. The skull punt, I mean, who would have just thought, hey, I'm going to run across the ring and kick the shit out of my opponent, and that'll finish him off. But he thought of it, and it was one of the best finishing moves that we had during that era.
They took it away, but every now and then they bring it back.
Yeah, they do, and it's great.
Occasions.
Well, you don't want kids running across the house kicking the shit out of their cousin. Oh, God, he broke him in half. He broke it. Oh, shit, I broke him in half. Mom! But, he's just, some of them were wacky, didn't make sense, didn't really think you could hurt somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like that one, I can't remember, like maybe the curtain call or something. I can't remember what it was called, but he wrapped his leg around their head basically and grabbed their arm and spun, and they landed on their back with their head up between his knee. It's a weird move. It's not, it didn't seem effective, but it used to be one of his finishing moves.
Yeah.
But then he does if you think about it, like most of his moves are unique, and then every now and then he'll pull out a classic, like the fucking scoop slam, the power slam that he does. to almost perfection at this point. Like, he's perfected it. Like, it just seems so fluid when he does it now. You know?
So, what was that? What's the total of these points up here?
For me, he got a 27.
I think I got him a...
We gave him a 9 on one.
8, 9,
and a 7.
And I'm bad at math, so it's 17, 18, 24.
Yeah. And a 27 from me.
Okay. So it's one of the highest rankings we've gotten on this show.
I think he deserved the 27 that I gave him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously had to cut his ring skills, but not his ring skills, his mic skills, but his ring skills and his...
Moveset.
Like, and the fact that he's probably going to be there for like another 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
There's only room for improvement. He's going to be like the fucking gold dust of...
Oh, just always good.
Yeah, like just always consistent.
Yeah.
And he's managed to be consistent. I mean, he's won 2 Royal Rumbles?
Yeah.
2 Royal Rumbles.
2 Royal Rumbles.
He's a 13-time world champion, or is it 12?
It's high.
It's high. It might be higher than that. 13-time.
It might be. It's like between 11,
13. 11 and 13. I want to say he's a 13-time. And there's probably more in him. I mean,
because Cena's got how many? Him and
Ric Flair tied the record.
What was it, 18, 17? I don't know.
I don't even remember anymore.
It's
just getting up there.
Yeah.
It's flying up. But he's still got more years in him. Another chance to blow our minds. Did you pick him on the draft this year?
I don't believe I did.
I think I want to pick him, like, trade, because I think he could win the Money in the Bank this year. Could you imagine the Viper with the Money in the Bank?
He's had it before.
Yeah, but could you imagine it happening again?
Daniel Bryan. Yeah, he'd get the title for sure.
I mean, like, he's consistent as fuck. Like, how do you like, and the excitement, the build-up of having him win the Money in the Bank he's like, anytime, anywhere, RKO. That's all he's got to say. It's the only 3 words he has to say when he comes out to the ring to shit talks to somebody. He holds up the briefcase. He says, anytime, anywhere, RKO. That's all he's got to do, man. Oh. And then you just have him creeping up on somebody in backstage, or coming out to the ring and fucking just, always have him on their toes, because that's what he's always got to say. All he's got to say is those 3 words. Mm-hmm. He's just consistent. He's a good superstar. Great superstar.
The thing with the Money in the Bank is, here lately, they've been having a lot of people lose it.
Yeah, they've just been ruining it. Like, it's your trump card, and you shit on it.
Yeah. They've been having everybody be stupid with it.
You never know these days what's going to happen in the WWE.
Yeah.
Never know.
All right, buddy. Ready to move on?
I get us talking in these conversations and I forget that I'm the host.
You're in charge.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge. Alright, little dick lick. It's time for the best part of the show. Your favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show. The part of the show where I call you a hoe. Nah, that's not cool. That's unnecessary.
So this is a horrible segment.
This is a terrible segment. It's very short. It's already over now.
Damn.
Alright, next segment is called The Butt Chugging Bonanza. And this is the part of the show where you go ridiculously crazy trying to cram bananas up your butt to win a prize.
Is there an alternative?
I guess you could get 4 out of 6 questions right.
Oh, yes.
You'd rather do that?
Yes, I host a similar
There's
show.
only 15 bananas. You only had to cram. You don't think you could fit them in there?
No, let's do the quiz show here.
Quiz show? Okay, I'll have to admit it's pretty hard because I didn't know how to ask easy questions.
Okay, I'll do my best.
I hope you get them all right.
I do too.
I really do.
I'm really excited. I host a show similar to this.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh,
hopefully, I'm as good at answering them as I am asking.
Okay. Let's see if you can do this. Question number 1.
Yes.
What is Dead Man's real name.
Fuck. Fuck. I know what he did for a living.
Wow, I thought that was the easiest question on the list.
Now, do you know these beforehand?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yes. These are things I found out through having the YouTube Red membership that I have, where I can listen to YouTube without having the screen open and everything.
Yeah.
So while I'm at work, literally all I do is listen to shit about comic books and wrestling, and for some reason I'm able to retain this knowledge, even though I have the shittiest memory ever.
I'm pretty sure he's from like up north, and he has like a accent. And he, like, it was a stuntman kind of guy at the circus or something.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
He is from up north. He does have an accent, and he is actually named after the town or the accent that he has. Pretty sure he is. He's named it. I shouldn't say he's named after the accent that he has. He has an accent that is also the same as his name.
Yankee McDoodle?
No.
I don't know.
His name is Boston Brand.
Boston Brand.
He has a Boston accent.
I wouldn't have got that.
Alright. This is actually the second easiest question on the list.
Alright.
Who are all 5 members of Legacy?
Legacy.
Now, you don't have to get all 5 members to get this right.
How many do I gotta get?
If you can get 4 out of 5, I will give you a point.
Legacy. Now,
If it was 3, I mean, you'd obviously get...
Is this Randy Orton?
This is WWE's Legacy, yes.
Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Teddy DiBiase Jr. Holy shit, I didn't know there was 5. You said there's 5 total?
There's 5 total. You only gotta get 4. I feel like these questions are too fucking hard.
Davey Boy Jr., Davey Boy Smith, he wasn't one of them.
Incorrect. No, he was not.
I was trying to think of people who were second generation.
Honestly, though, when you think about that would actually they would have been perfect for that thing, but they were too busy doing the New Heart Foundation at the time.
Yeah.
So,
Cowboy Bob Orton.
Randy Orton's dad?
Yeah, I was like, maybe he joined the help.
No.
Maybe they weasel John Cena in there one time.
No.
Fuck.
They're the whole gimmick is that they are
second
generation and plus superstars, so it can be more than second generation, I want to say.
Okay.
But the next 2 are going to be second generation superstars, so they have some sort of relation to an older wrestler.
Okay. This is around 2010, 2011.
2010, 2011. Legacy was formed in like 2007, I want to say.
Okay.
And lasted till 2010 or 11.
Carlito.
Nope.
No.
I'll give you 2 more guesses.
2 more guesses. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I don't remember them being 3.
Well, the other 2 aren't members long, and one of them was actually betrayed.
Okay.
By the group and like pretty much got the shit beat out and then kicked out.
Chavo Guerrero. Fuck.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
I feel so bad right now.
Goldust?
No.
Who was it?
Manu. He was the Samoan looking dude.
Alright.
With the long hair.
Yeah.
He wore the like capri tights. It came down to like right past his knee.
Uh-huh.
And he's the one that they betrayed, beat the shit out of. And then Sim Snuka.
Okay.
Remember Deuce and Domino?
Nope.
You don't remember Deuce and Domino?
Nope.
They were like randomly tag team champions for like a year in 2017. Not even for a year. They had it for like a few months.
Okay.
They were... Do you remember what they looked like, Deuce and Domino?
No, I don't know who they are.
Okay, so in 2007, when ECW and everything was going on, one of the tag teams that got put together was the group Deuce and Domino, and they used to come out in like their leather jackets looking like a bunch of greasers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so for some reason they got pushed to tag team stardom and won the tag team titles. Then they separated them and moved Deuce to Raw and left Domino on SmackDown. When they moved Deuce to Raw, he started going by his actual name, Sim Snuka, and he, was a second generation superstar, and they added him to Legacy for like all of 2-3 weeks, maybe.
Oh, well, fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know they came over there for like a minute.
I mean, they weren't in there very long, but they are technically members of Legacy.
Okay. What's the next one?
They get the billing. All right, you gotta get 4 of these questions right to get a prize.
All right.
Who's the smartest character in all of Marvel Comics, canonically?
The comics or movies?
The comics, canonically. And this has been announced by Marvel.
If it was by the movies, it's probably Black Panther's sister. But I don't think that's going to be with the comics. Is it a big character or small character?
Kind of small. Like, I don't think she's ever been insanely important to anything I've ever read. But they've canonically announced her as smartest character in all Marvel Comics.
The only really smart female character I could think of is Black Panther's sister. And unless it's like Mr. Fantastic's daughter, but I doubt it.
She's actually really fucking smart.
Yeah,
but
that's the only.
It's not her.
Who is it?
It is Moon Girl.
Oh, I don't know who the fuck Moon Girl is.
Well, her name is Lunella Lafayette. She has a fucking dragon.
Okay. I guess if you're smart, you get dragons.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about her. I just know that she's canonically their smartest character. Because I follow Marvel on YouTube, and a lot of the videos that they update tell you just shit about shit in Marvel. Here's what's going on in Marvel. It's kind of cool to know these things. But yeah, she's the smartest character canonically in Marvel Comics. Which, I mean, I haven't heard a lot about her at all. So I've
heard of Moon Girl.
In my mind, I'm like, does she like do anything?
So she has a dragon. I guess she don't have to do shit.
She probably doesn't.
All right. Well, next question.
Okay, so those were the 3 easy questions. Now we're going to move on to some harder questions. Okay. What's Seth Rollins' real name?
Bobby Joe.
Really?
Bobby Joe. I don't know.
Do you really don't know?
I don't know his name. Why do I want to know his real name?
Are you giving up?
Yeah.
Colby Lopez.
Colby Lopez?
Colby Lopez.
All right.
Okay. Who was the first supervillain Spider-Man ever faced?
Vulture.
Maybe I need to rephrase this. Who was the first supervillain Spider-Man who was ever in the Spider-Man comics that Spider-Man ever fought?
Probably the guy who killed Uncle Ben, right?
Supervillain, not just street thug.
Well, I don't know. Kingpin?
Damn, I need to change the rules if you get one of these right.
Well, who is it?
It's Chameleon.
Chameleon?
Yeah. If you get one of these questions right, you win the prize.
Alright.
This actually might be the easiest question.
Right.
Who are all the original members of the Sinister Six?
Vulture, Doc Ock, Shocker, Electro, Rhino. No, he should have been.
I'll give you
Mysterio.
I'll give you 2 more guesses.
And I got 2 more left.
Actually, should I give you 2 or 3 more guesses?
4.
How many have you got right so far?
4.
Yeah, you got 4 right, but how many times have you guessed wrong? Two times?
Once,
okay.
never. Okay.
You did twice, so I'll give you 2 more guesses.
Okay.
2 more guesses.
So we got those 4.
I mean, like, you can get 2 more wrong, not like you only get 2 more guesses.
Okay. Lizard Man?
Incorrect.
No.
Give you 3 more guesses. I'll give you 2 more guesses.
I
You still got 2 more. Come on, John. You can do this. You remember that T-shirt with them all thugged out on it? And the assembly line came out a long ass time ago?
I don't remember T-shirts.
It's also like one of the most infamous panels in Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Well, Spider-Man comics and Marvel Comics altogether. Come on, John. 2 more. Get 2 more guys. He's got so many villains, you can't think of one.
Scorpion?
No.
Craven? Is that one?
There's one. You got 1 more.
Okay.
And I give you 1 more guess.
Okay.
This is so intense.
There's one guy I'm thinking of. I think some of the other people I could think of are like, I think that's beneath them. I don't think they could work well with others.
Would you like a hint?
Yes.
Sandman?
Yep. That's what I thought it was.
That's what you thought it was?
Yeah.
Alright. You got 1 question right, but I'm gonna give you the prize because I did not.
Question?
It was the last question, but I did not realize how hard my questions were. It was just stuff that I had learned from YouTube.
Well, send me your YouTube videos before you do the next quiz.
That is a good. Well, I didn't realize how hard my questions were, and also the fact that you probably don't just watch a lot of fucking YouTube and learn about Marvel and DC. Because I
do sometimes, not often.
I went on a 4-month stint where literally just had people reading to me the comic books and like what happened and everything. Like Comic Historian, who I don't like very much, no offense, because I'm a big fan of Comics Explained. Yeah. And when you see the 2 formats versus each other, one works better than the other for me because I'm just listening.
Yeah.
And for me, Comics Explained works better than Comic Historian because his is more like a big deal that you have to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went like on a 4-month stint where I literally just listened to Comics Explained. And I'm like, fuck yeah, it's great. It's great to listen to.
I was gonna say Goblin.
It's actually why I got YouTube Red, was so that I could listen to it while I worked.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much about DC, so much about Marvel, so much about shit that I didn't even know about.
I was gonna say Goblin, Kingpin. I was like, I don't think that would work well with the others.
Yeah.
And Kingpin would have to be the boss.
Yeah. I think there is a couple different. There's like a couple different versions of the Sinister Six, but the most original version
was that one.
Was the original version, not the most original. Your prize.
Prize. All right. Got a New Day truck.
Yep.
I didn't know. See, I didn't know they made more than the 4 that I got. It
said 1 out of 10 on the box.
What you got? AJ, Stone Cold, Cena,
AJ,
Taker.
Stone Cold, Cena and Taker, and then that was the only New Day one that they had that I could find.
That is cool as shit.
And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. So my options for when I was gonna get the prize, they had Finn Balor, Roman Reigns. I was like, nobody wants Roman Reigns. No offense.
I think the New Days would be the coolest.
Yeah, and then they had like 1,000 Finn Balor's and 1,000 Roman Reigns. They had the Undertaker ones and all the other ones, but this was the only New Day one they had, and I was like, oh, Kofi just won the championship. I'm getting this one.
Yeah, it's a Hot Wheels Monster Trucks New Day Monster Truck.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome as hell. Alright, what's going on next?
Day rocks. New Day rocks. And now it's time for the Wheel of Topics. Let me try that again. I want to do it like Jericho. The Wheel of Topics! Close.
You sound like Jim Cummings a
Was
little bit.
more like Y2J Jericho.
Yeah.
Was what I was going for.
What's
This week on the Wheel of Topics, I got some interesting questions for you.
All right, where are my topics?
Your topics are chair shots to the face
Yes.
versus being put through tables.
Yes.
How would you have booked the breaking of the streak?
Okay.
The Doctor from Doctor Who versus Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla versus the Galactic Empire.
Okay.
Team battles. The Core 5 X-Men.
Yeah.
Versus the Core Teen Titans.
Okay.
The 5 from the actual TV show.
Yep.
And then the last option is anti-blank awareness ad.
Anti-blank awareness ad.
Yeah, I feel like that. I knew what that meant when I wrote it down.
Let's do that one.
Let's do that one.
Let's do that
I
one.
feel like I think it. I think when I wrote it down, it was supposed to be like we have to make an anti-awareness ad,
But we decide what we're
on the spot.
Yeah.
But we decide what it is.
An anti-awareness. So we're just trying to.
Where did this random spring come up?
Don't worry about it. So we're.
Don't worry about. I feel like I'm gonna make my anti-awareness ad.
Anti-awareness is like we're protesting something.
Yeah, I feel like it's like if it's anti-drug awareness.
Yes.
So it'd be like no drugs. Drugs are bad. Drugs make you do stupid things. You know.
Yes.
So like anti that. You gotta pick what you're gonna make the ad about.
Okay. Anti-charity awareness.
Anti-charity awareness. All right, let's hear it.
Well, I'm just tired of people, chump changing me, trying to get some money out of my pockets.
Go to the register and they're like, "Hey, would you like to donate $1 to this child who's in this paraplegic state?"
I always feel bad. I'm like, no, and like almost 100% of the time I say no. And then like one time I was at Toys R Us, and this lady gave me some sass about it.
And you said, "Fuck out."
I can't remember what she said, but I mean, I heard her say something. I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? Damn. Once you every time someone pays something, how come you don't put $1 in there?
Yeah. Why don't you put $1 of your own paycheck in there?
I just
come back to thinking about it. There's an episode of South Park that makes
it's like
fun
a
of
whole
that.
season,
Dedicated
to
the Whole Foods season.
Yeah. And that's me. I'm like, that was totally me. And I was like, no, thank you.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I'm right there with. I hate that. Getting asked to donate $1 here and there. Like, would you like to put $1 towards this or that? And I'm just sitting here like, no, I'd like that $1 to stay in my bank account. I'm hungry too.
Yeah.
I might be doing better than those orphans, but I would like to stay that way.
Orphans can look up to me.
Oh yeah, like I give them something to aspire to be like.
Yeah,
I feel like we're terrible people right now. We're like total being anti-charity out here.
What's yours?
Anti-superhero awareness.
Well, okay, so you're like a super villain in this scenario.
Oh, like in this scenario, I'm like a part-time as a supervillain, but like it's like my alter ego that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
Other than like Lex Luthor, who's just like, I'm gonna go fucking fight Superman, and he gets away with it every fucking day. Like, I held Lois Lane for ransom and did this, that, and the third, and I'm still not in jail again, or I broke out of jail for the 15th time. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like I would want to do it secretly, like most villains should.
Yeah.
And but like, I'd run the campaigns against them on daily basis, like being out in the streets and like getting groups of people together for charity events where they give me money thinking that my money is going to go towards like this, that, and the third, but it all goes towards trying to fight superheroes.
So you're starting a charity to fight superheroes.
Yeah, basically. So it's my charity. They give me money and I say things like, You tired of Superman battling fucking Doomsday and knocking down half of Metropolis? Me too. You tired of Lex Luthor's bullshit way of trying to solve our superhero problem in this city? You know, because he goes out there in his fucking super suits and destroys half the city. Yeah. Well, have I got a solution for you? Give me your money, and I'll put an end to it. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't.
What happens if they go, how?
Shit, I didn't think of that. Well, I was thinking I could build a super suit and get to a fight with Superman.
I'm gonna beat Superman's ass.
No, I feel like as a big fan of comic books, I could come up with a better way to fight crime.
Yeah.
Or to fight superheroes. Like, I don't know. It's plot convenience. I feel like I could walk around that shit. Like,
you have the knowledge, but I don't think most people in that world know of Superman's weakness.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like I'd be like stepping around this, tiptoeing. Everybody be like, plot convenience. He's going to give a monologue and Superman's gonna get here just in time, and nope, he blew his fucking brains out, and Superman's still on his way. I'd probably boom tube like half of Earth's heroes directly into the sun, for starters.
Yeah, that'd be smart.
And get rid of Batman. I'd get rid of Batman that way because I would just set up a boom tube around fucking all of Gotham. The nigga never leaves Gotham unless some support. Like, bye Gotham. I'm not even mad that you're gone because you got rid of like 90% of the world's problems right there.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck happened to Gotham to make it such a bad place?
Corruption.
Yeah. And then fucking radioactive half lizard men and fucking people made out of clay.
I don't think he's radioactive. He was born that way.
Well, you know what I mean.
But then I think he's like some kind of like stuff. Like some kind of like drug thing, and it made him more reptilian.
Yeah. Well, my point was,
yeah,
you know, Gotham City is just shitty in general. Like,
Gotham City is
like,
shitty.
Who willingly moves to Gotham City?
Criminals.
I'm down on my luck. I've only got $30 to my name. Babe, looks like we're moving to Gotham City.
Alright, next topic.
You want to hear them all again?
Yes, because I forgot them all.
One of them is butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
Chair shots versus being put through a table.
Okay.
How would you have looked the breaking of the streak?
Yes.
The Doctor versus Rick Sanchez.
Alright.
Godzilla versus the Galactic Empire. And team battles. Core X-Men versus Core Teen Titans.
Let's do the Doctor versus Rick Sanchez, because this is the one I care about the least.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't pick it first.
I want to say Doctor Who's going to win.
I want to say that too.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about both of them is if you watch either of the shows, which you don't, you will at some point, because I'm going to start suggesting them for the podcast.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about both of them is they always somehow find a way out of every situation. But I think the Doctor's got the added advantage of if he dies, he can be regenerated.
Yeah.
So that really plays into his favor. So I don't think Rick Sanchez can be regenerated. But there is 1,000 different Ricks across the multiverse. But if that storyline is...
Do they have weapons?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Like, he has a time machine gun. He has a gun that allows him to travel through dimensions and time and all kinds of different
who's
shit.
this one?
Rick Sanchez.
What about...
The Doctor has a sonic screwdriver and a fucking literal time machine.
Yeah.
You know, like travels through time and space and shit. I can't recall any of the times where he might have traveled through dimensions, but the fact that Rick Sanchez can travel through dimensions leads me to think that the Doctor can travel through dimensions easily.
Yeah.
And also, you know, there's a lot of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff that just... I
really don't like time travel movies.
I enjoy time travel to an extent. It depends. Like, a lot of the cool things about Doctor Who is, like, when they travel through time, you get to see... You learn some interesting things, but at the same time, you know, they fuck up history. Like, here's... Like, they don't fuck up history in their own right. It's like the show is, like, this is what you thought was happening during this era because this is what the history books told you was happening during this era. But actually, it was just lizard people. You know, like I'm not saying it's always like that, but it's like, oh, here's some crazy shit you didn't know about. You know, there's no such thing as vampires. It's fish that suck your water out of your body, all the water out of your body. I'm just making up something.
Okay, I thought it was like, if that's actual canon, I'm glad I haven't watched the show.
We're not going to talk about that then. No, I'm
right.
just kidding. Some crazy shit happens in Doctor Who, but I fucking love it.
Okay.
Moving on.
I say Doctor would win. Doctor Who would win.
I think he would win too, just because he has the advantage of regeneration, and I think Rick's ego would get in his way. That and the Doctor does everything he can to protect the people he loves.
Sanchez is a drunk.
Yeah, but he's a very highly functioning alcoholic.
Well.
It's a tough one, but I think that the Doctor would come out on top. He has a few more perks that would lead me to believe that he could win. Okay, team battles.
Yes.
Godzilla versus the Galactic Empire. How would you book the breaking of the streak? And chair shots versus being put through tables.
Let's do that.
Chair shots through tables?
Yes.
Which would you rather have happen to you? Multiple chair shots or being put through multiple tables?
Easy answer. Tables.
Tables?
Tables all day.
You think it would hurt less to be slammed through the tables?
Much.
Than it would to be hit with a chair?
Yes.
I think I would have chose tables too.
Because the tables look like they could give away pretty easy.
Yeah, especially if you're playing the video games.
Yeah.
God damn it, I punched through that table.
And the chair shots, we can hit with a chair.
Yeah.
It's
and you hear that every time it hits them, and you're just like, ugh.
There's give with that table.
Yeah.
So I'd pick tables any day.
I think I'm gonna pick tables too. Might be might be the first mistake I made in my life, but it won't be the last. I imagine though, for some reason, like we're in a helicopter.
Yeah.
And this, like, every part of the ground has been covered with tables, stacked up on tables, stacked up on tables, stacked up on tables, to where, like, they're, like, a couple feet, like maybe a mile below our helicopter, which is, like, 20 miles up.
Yeah.
So it's just tables all the way down. And then you get choke slammed out of the helicopter by Kane. And you just slam through all those tables. Would you die?
Possible, yeah.
I feel like
Kane would be in the most danger, honestly, though.
Trying to choke slam you and not falling out?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I killed the mayor. I see you, like, flying straight down towards the earth, hitting that first few tables. I think if it's a mile down, you'd have plenty of time to gain up enough speed to kill yourself. But, so, if the tables are high enough, I feel like you could probably fall through all of them and survive.
It reminds me of when Hercule jumped out of a helicopter and karate chopped all those, like, tiles, which is pretty impressive.
Pretty fucking impressive. Like, except you're doing it with your whole body.
Yeah. Like, they make him out to look like a joke. I'm like, if he can do that, like, that's very impressive.
He's already beat everybody in the WWE if he can do that.
Yeah.
Khali's chop ain't got shit on that.
Yeah.
He'd split Khali down in half. Chop. With that karate chop. Alright, moving on. Team battles. Gojira versus the Galactic Empire. Or, how would you book the breaking of the streak?
Let's do Godzilla.
Godzilla versus the Galactic Empire. Now, do you remember what the Galactic Empire is? Which one that is?
Remind me.
That's the Empire from Star Wars. The Galactic Federation, the Galactic Empire, whatever you want to call it. Is
that what the Emperor's people?
Mm-hmm. So, like, Vader, the Emperor, all the TIE fighters.
Oh, I'd say Galactic Empire.
Death Star. You think they'd win?
Yeah, because they just blew the fucking planet up.
By
Godzilla.
But would that kill Godzilla?
Can he breathe in space?
I don't know.
They're going to find out. And then if he lives, they could just shoot him again.
But he could hyper beam and destroy it. You've seen Star Wars, right? Those things blow up like that. Like, everybody blows these fucking things up.
Yeah, but they can rebuild them too.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'd have to go Godzilla though.
Really?
One good timed hyper beam. I don't think the force fields on the Death Star would hold up against one of his hyper beams.
No, but there's just so many of them. I don't think they can. They got too much firepower for him, I believe.
I feel like he could still do it though. I feel like he could win.
Has he been beat?
Godzilla?
Yeah.
Have we had anybody beat? Oh yeah. Have we had anybody in our fights? With Superman, we had Superman. The DC universe.
Yeah.
He killed pretty much all the DC universe.
You said Power Rangers before, but I think you ended up turning.
I had to retcon that. Yeah, I had to retcon that because I thought about like that watching those Godzilla movies that we were watching and how he just took down all those mechas like they were nothing. None of the attacks phased him, and I was like, Power Rangers have trouble beating some of their goofy villains. I don't think they could beat Godzilla.
They could beat. They had trouble beating the fucking Muddy Boys.
The putties.
Putties, yeah.
Like maybe I should take that back. So yeah, Godzilla's kind of our champion. He beat.
Now he fought Kratos too. I think we eventually picked
Godzilla.
Cause I can't remember.
I think we eventually, because I remember listening to that recently.
Yeah.
We ended up going with Godzilla because we didn't think that Kratos had the finishing blow capable of taking Godzilla out.
Yeah.
In the amount of time that it would take for Godzilla to kill him. Hyper beam him. And then we also had Godzilla beat Hulk because
he
could hyper beam Hulk off world and Hulk would just be done for.
Just hyper beam him to the sun.
Yeah.
All right.
And our problem with Superman though was that like
he's just
Superman.
Yeah, he's Superman. He can't be beat.
But he could probably take out everybody else in DC Universe, except some of the more magic people that might have.
Yeah.
Some of the magic people might have a better chance with him. But even Shazam, he could hyper beam into the sun, and that would.
But I don't know. Maybe Superman. He's almost as powerful as Superman, just with magic.
Yeah, but getting hit with a sun.
Yeah, that would probably kill him.
It killed Broly.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it didn't. No, wait, it
Nothing-
did.
nothing
It
kills
did.
Broly
It did. It
ultimately.
did kill Broly.
Yeah.
They used a little bit of his dry blood to bring him back. Wonder what that random village shaman was thinking. Like, I'm gonna scrape
Money.
this blood off of this and take it to this random geneticist that I know couple villages over. Bruh, that's like a fucking West City.
Alright, next topic.
Do you ever imagine that the world of Dragon Ball Z is post-apocalyptic?
It was showing the time years in the Broly movie, so I think it's a different, just its own little thing.
Its own universe.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Back to the subject.
It's like they got dogs. They got dogs as mayor, so
Yeah, that was confusing.
I wasn't really just like, oh, cool, dogs a mayor. I like this. I like this world.
How would you book the streak being broken?
Okay.
And team battles, Core X-Men versus Core Teen Titans.
Alright, let's go team battles.
I knew you were going to save the streak for last because I know you.
Well,
Alright. For team battles, you got the Core 5 X-Men, which is Angel, Beast, Iceman, Cyclops, and Jean Grey.
Okay. Versus
Robin, Beast Boy, Raven, Cyborg, and Starfire.
So basically, it's going to come down to Jean Grey and Raven.
That's what I was thinking too.
The others I don't think we're going to factor too much into it.
I think when it comes to Robin, he has the advantage of being Robin.
He's much better skilled in combat than all of them.
Yeah, but he also has the disadvantage of
no powers.
Yeah, and although he could take on some of them, Iceman's ice can't be melted just by like basic means.
Yeah.
Versus, I think he could fight Beast, but I don't know if he could deal the blow to knock Beast unconscious.
You also got Beast
Boy and Beast is how I was looking at that one. They'd probably be fighting, and Beast, I feel like, has more tactical prowess and knowledge than
He's
Beast
a lot
Boy.
Smarter than Beast Boy.
And that's where that problem came in. So like from my head in the process, I see it being a draw all the way down to the Jean Grey versus.
So yeah, and Cyclops and Robin would probably fight.
Yeah,
and then Iceman and Starfire.
See, Robin would probably be able to beat Cyclops.
Pretty easy, I think.
And then
I think I don't know though.
Beast would probably beat Beast boy.
Yeah, maybe. He is a lot more skilled.
Cyborg could take out Angel, no problem. If that's who he even fought. I mean, Starfire could take out. He's just a dude with fucking wings.
Yeah.
You've got bird wings. Like, what is your power? I can fly.
If Iceman took on Cyborg, he would I'd say he'd win.
It's close because it's Teen Titans Cyborg. If it was grown ass fucking Justice League Cyborg, I think Cyborg would win.
They're the same guy. He might have some.
He's the more knowledge, more wisdom, tactical prowess. He grew up a lot once he joined the Justice League. When he was to the point where he could join the Justice League, or whatever.
And then you got Raven, and I think really the big two, Raven and Jean Grey.
If it's like ruthless aggression, though, like Jean Grey could just like fuck all their minds to death, except maybe Robin, who's had training, probably had some sort of training on it.
Raven, though, Batman. Pretty demonic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
she's got some mental stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like when it comes down to those two is where it gets really hard. But we got to pick a winner. And
I'm gonna go. I think Raven would just. I don't know. I just think Raven. That's who I want.
I say I'm gonna go with Raven too, because we're not dealing with any sort of Dark Phoenix. It's just Jean Grey. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Raven too, because Jean Grey just doesn't have that ruthless aggression it takes to destroy your opponent. And DC just seems like they're like, you know what, fuck them, we're gonna kill them. Murder. Not him. Death is a very important part.
Batman's like, he doesn't murder at all, but his villains are the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So they do the murder for him. All right, and then we just got one more. How would I book the streak?
The breaking of the streak.
I would have him lose. One way I'd like to see him, I wanted him to see back in the day, is I want him to get beat by Kane.
That would have been awesome. That would have been an epic way to break the streak.
It's just because it's like it'd be the ultimate and greatest storyline ever.
Yeah. And like nobody would have believed that it happened. Here's the thing. There's two ways.
But if Kane didn't beat him, and like say a casket match or a burial match, that would have to be his last match.
Yeah.
Just because of the story to it.
Yeah. And they both retire forever.
Yeah.
And that'd be epic. If they had done it that way, that would have been epic. There's two ways I could have saw it going for me, though, personally.
Yeah.
Is the way they did Brock Lesnar's breaking of the streak. If they like had revamped that, not that they can, but like imagine going back and it's booking the breaking of the streak, and they know for a fact that they're booking the breaking of the streak instead of it being an accident, and they just don't tell Paul Heyman, of course, because they need that moment where he's like, you beat him, you won, like you weren't supposed to win, you did it, you know, like that actual moment that we got when we saw it live. But there's just little details that I would have had to have changed leading up to Brock versus Taker, the streak versus, the Beast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had Brock Lesnar come back and lose to everybody like they did.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have had him...
he got beat by Goldberg, Rollins...
No. When he broke the streak. When he came back to break the streak. Remember, he lost to John Cena. He beat CM Punk. But They did some really poor booking when he had first come back. I want to say around, 2013.
Oh, 2012.
Yeah.
That's when him and Cena fought. And Cena beat him.
Then they had a couple other matches leading before he actually took on Taker at Mania.
Yeah, that CM Punk match he had was really good.
It was good. It was a great match. But I just would have booked him stronger and more current, not more current, but more. I would have had him at more pay-per-views to get more out of him leading into this. And then I also would have had, the intense back and forth. Not Taker getting knocked out, because that would have been unfortunate for him to have to get the concussion like he did in real life. But when it came down to it, I would have had Brock Lesnar, them getting down to where it's everything's on the line here, and nobody's been able to keep the other down for the 3 count. And then Undertaker tricks Brock Lesnar and gets him in that chokehold, the Hell's Gate that he was doing for a little while. And you think Brock Lesnar's done for. You think he's about to pass out in the Hell's Gate, and then he lifts Undertaker up, throws him over his shoulders, F5, picks him up, F5s him over the top rope, picks him back up, throws him back in the ring, F5, pins him.
Man, he passed. I think he had to go to the hospital for what did happen. That would have. That could.
Well, one F5 gave him a concussion. So yeah, but you know.
Is there another way you would book it?
The only other way I think that I would book it, like with current superstars and everything, is like have Randy Orton reprise his Legend Killer.
Yeah.
And you know, because you can still get another 10 years out of that guy, and then have him reprise his Legend Killer, give him segments leading up to WrestleMania where he's taking on
Legends,
like give him one more match with Shawn Michaels, or you know, well, he couldn't because Shawn Michaels had just did the retirement like 2 years before that or something like that. But you know, have Ric Flair, have him come out and just RKO Ric Flair, as many legends as you could imagine him getting his hands on. Give him the opportunity just to ruin their lives, and everybody's like, well, what's he doing this shit again? Because he fucking wants to. Yeah. He's Randy fucking Orton. And then you know, have the match, have Randy Orton win, blow everybody's fucking mind.
I think I like mine. And then have Kane beat him.
Well, obviously yours is the best of the 3, but I couldn't just say, yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know,
you're right.
You're right. He's right. He wins. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I gotta come up with my own shit. I'm a grown man, Sean.
Oh, okay.
It's time for movie reviews.
All right. Which movies did you pick for us this week?
This week I chose Futurama as the first season of Futurama, and I also got us a nice little
Land of the Lost.
I was like, I couldn't remember if we were putting Supernatural on this or the Ghost. Supernatural's going on the Ghost. So, Future Sean, you know what to do. Also, hey Future Sean, how's it going? This is Past VJ, and he wants you to know that you're kind of cool, just a little bit. Not too cool. Don't let it go to your head, you piece of shit.
Future Sean here. Believe we all heard VJ give me a compliment. So let's just soak this moment in. Let's just soak this moment in. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to make a big deal about it. But I am gonna do this.
Hey Future Sean, how's it going? This is Past VJ, and he wants you to know that you're kinda cool. You're kinda cool. You're kinda cool. You're kinda cool. So what'd you think? Season 1 Futurama.
Season 1 of Futurama. I've seen it before.
Well, obviously.
It still holds up.
It's still fucking funny.
There's a couple of jokes that are like a little outdated, but for the most part, it's really holding up good.
I think the best thing about Futurama is like I've watched the entire series like more than I've watched South Park.
Really?
Well, it's a lot shorter than South Park, so it's a lot easier to watch. I've watched South Park. I'm on my 6th way through the entire series.
Yeah.
And it's 24 fucking seasons, so it's kind of fucking hard. But with Futurama, you know, it's like 7 seasons long, maybe 7 or 9. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
And not all the seasons are even that long. Some of them are only 13 episodes.
This one was 9 episodes.
Yeah, this one's 9. I think season 2 is only 13.
Yeah.
But still fucking hilarious. Still love it. Still watch it.
Oh yeah.
It's in my heavy rotation. So.
I like that Blinky the fish from The Simpsons was in the first episode.
Yeah.
He's a 3-eyed orange fish that lives, I think, in the nuclear waste pond by the nuclear plant.
Have you heard the theories about like season 1 Futurama when he sits down in the ice machine and travels through time that way? One of the theories, when you see the cities getting shot down, you see a medieval city being built up, and
a lot of people think that's disenchantment.
Yeah, that's the time. A lot of people say that's the time period in which disenchantment existed in, and then it gets shot all the way to the ground and rebuilt, and shot all the way to the ground and rebuilt, and then you get to the Futurama timeline.
You know, it'd be cool.
So some people think that all three of the different shows are connected in that way.
It'd be a cool ending for Disenchantment, which we reviewed season 1.
Aliens invade and just
blowing up, and then they run and hide, and they find the building and get frozen with Fry.
Yeah, and then
they could do a crossover episode after that.
That'd be epic.
Or a crossover movie.
Crossover bowling.
One thing I note, I took a little note here. How much do they charge for delivery? Because there's a lot of jet fuel, and on one episode they just delivered somebody like a little sign.
Yeah.
It was just a sign that said, "Don't drink the water," and I was like, how much do they charge for that sign? Because the jet fuel they used to get there would have been outrageous.
Was that in season 1?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I rewatched the whole series. I couldn't help myself. But yeah, I love Futurama. Damn, they do charge. I bet they charge out the ass.
They'd have to stay in business.
Like, let's just travel to this dystopian random ass. Let's just fly across the galaxy to this desert planet.
It looks like they're only doing one delivery at a time too.
Yeah.
So like,
they're not like UPS or FedEx.
They'd have to be charging like 100 something times what that sign's worth.
It makes sense that the business is failing.
Yeah. And
also, who on their whole planet didn't have pen and paper? Don't drink the water. It's like, you know what? We need a special laminated sign.
It was funny as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Like, he drank it, and then, like, oh, here's your sign. It said, don't drink the water.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
It was hilarious. I love
Jokes were really good. They're still hold up, even though they're, like, 20 years old now.
Jokes were made. Laughs were had. It's a good time.
Yes. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Season
Me
1.
too. 9 out of motherfucking 10.
All right.
So, moving along. What did you think of Land of the Lost?
Well, I've seen it. This is the second time I've seen it. Second, third time I've seen this movie.
I've seen it quite a few times. My dad used to love watching this movie.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm going to give Land of the Lost 7 out of 10. And I know a lot of people who've seen the show. I've never seen the show, so a lot of people who have seen the show hated it. But I haven't seen the show, so I don't have any beef with it. So.
I've only ever seen a few episodes of the show, and I found it extremely boring, but I was a kid at the time. So I'm probably, if I go back and rewatch it, I'll probably find it equally as boring, but, like, I'll actually know what's going on at least.
Yeah.
Well, at least I know what's happening while I'm bored.
It was decent. It's just like, I don't know, if you like Will Ferrell movies, it's pretty good. And I like Will Ferrell movies, alright.
I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
The T-Rex, anytime Rick Marshall / Will Ferrell was wrong.
Yeah.
The book he wrote at the end of the movie, Matt Lauer Can Suck It.
Yeah.
Shit was hilarious. Danny McBride's character was the funniest probably. And then, of course, Chaka.
Yeah.
Hilarious. And then they see all the movies like, these are your women? I think Danny McBride made the right choice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, I would have. If I would have known for 100%, I'd have had to known for 100% fact I was going to live there. But if I knew, I totally would have stayed.
Agreed.
So what are you giving this movie?
I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 too?
Yeah. I'm Enoch the Altrusion. Like, how does anybody trust somebody with a title like that? Also, he's in a tunic. Never trust a guy in a tunic.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows that. Loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah, I loved the movie.
I loved it. I thought it was decent.
I definitely will watch it again and 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 again.
I'll watch it maybe once every 2 or 3 years.
I'm gonna repick it for VJ Special
No,
episode 2.
We don't repick movies.
We need to re-review this, and then we start a segment called Movies Re-Reviewed. We watched it again, and you know what? This time we changed what we thought about it. Yeah, it was worse than it was before.
I'm giving it the exact same score. It's fucking haven't changed. Nothing different happened. So,
and it's now time for the closing hours of this episode. This is a little thing we like to call Two Guys in the Groove.
we're grooving.
We're grooving. What's your pick for this week's episode, my friend?
So, I'm actually picking a song that was previously mentioned on this show before. What are you doing? Just making sound effects?
Shooting lasers with my legs for some reason.
Okay, well, don't. So,
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm picking a song that we previously talked about a couple episodes ago.
Okay.
It actually got Video of the Week, and it's called That's Endurance by R-Truth.
Is that on Spotify?
It is.
Cool.
And I'm going to pick it because I actually kind of jam out to that song. That's Endurance.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. And I told everybody I was going to try and pick more rap songs this season, so I'm going to try and hold up to that.
Yeah.
Because last season didn't have like hardly any rap. So
And I've actually picked a few rap songs this season too, so...
Yeah. So we picking for this one.
This week's episode, since this episode is all about me, I decided to pick one of my favorite songs, Ramble On by Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Ramble On! It's just a good song. It's all about going around and finding your girl, but then they mix in some beautiful
Words?
Lord of the Rings history.
Oh.
Fucking Gollum and the evil forces. You know, I love this song. It seems like he really is just rambling on, and that's one thing that I am astoundingly good at.
Yes,
So it seems perfect.
It fits for you. Yes.
It does fit. It does fit for
Does
me.
fit the theme.
It does fit the VJ theme. Ramble on.
Well,
It's actually in my notes. Is like like little. It's just like 3-word lines. Like you know, when I mentioned the rental,
yeah.
it was like rental, ramble on. I was like, oh, that'll be easy. Fuck ramble. Fuck rental cars. You know, it was super easy to figure out what I was gonna say, how I was gonna shit talk them. Those fuckers ruined my life.
So you hosted your first episode. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm better at it.
Than me?
No, better at it than I was before.
Okay.
But I will admit, I don't think I said next segment.
How else are you going to know? It's pretty simple.
You knew pretty much every time that I was just like, moving on.
Okay.
Next segment. And I'm fucking with you.
Yeah.
Fucking with you.
Are you excited if we do a part 2 for this?
Yes. It'll be more homework for me, but I think I can do it.
Okay, good. Because you literally just finished your homework.
Well,
halfway in the episode.
I did all of it except for the butt chugging bonanza, and I was like, I spent most of the time on that one trying to think of a name for it.
Oh, the name's the hard part.
Yeah, the name was the hard part, and then I was like, okay, I'll write these questions down, and then I needed to write one more question, and I was like, okay, I'll write this question down, and then I needed to give you the answer to one of the questions just so that you could win, because I was like, I didn't realize.
You didn't really give me an answer.
Dude, I kind of gave you a hint. I gave you 50 guesses and a hint. And he finally got it. And I was like, you know, really glad. Because I didn't realize I had made the questions that hard.
Well,
next time I will have to try to make them easier.
I don't feel like mine are that hard.
They're not. That's why I felt bad. I was like, holy shit, all these questions are really... I didn't realize they were that hard for you. It's just knowledge that I had gathered from fucking listening to YouTube, no life in it. Spam.
All right.
Well, nah. We both were just...
We'll fist that.
That's not. Now's the time. The time is now. Sing that song. Going round the world. I gotta find my girl. On my way. Singing lyrics to the song that I'm just picked for two guys in the groove. And I got to move, Maryland on. And I'm getting to the next part, and the next part is cleaning house. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and say it like a regular human being. It's time for some housekeeping. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The show's coming to a close. It's a sad moment, sad occasion. You gotta get back to your regular lives, boring lives, and you want to have us to listen to for another 2 weeks. So in the time that you are missing us and thinking about us, you can always find us on Instagram at Two Guys in the Dark.
Two Guys in the Dark.
If you wanna
don't forget to plug us.
I was gonna say, if you want to get specific with it and find us individually, there's me, Vincent Willingham. You can find at Butt Chugging Bananas.
And now Captain Cool 69.
Yes, he is. And if you want to find us on Facebook, we are Two Guys in the Dark.
Two Guys in the Dark.
And we also have a website that you can check out. Don't know if you've ever heard of those. Those are things. People still go to them. And it is
Two Guys in the Dark.
At something WordPress
yes.
/backflip.
Usually have Mary to remind me of that one.
It's actually really hard to find, so you know what? You probably won't find it. It took me like a month to figure out how to find our fucking website. We have a Twitter.
Two Guys in the Dark.
And we are
Two Guys in a Fart.